Imagine being able to recruit hundreds of people into your new business without ever having to cold prospect a soul. I know. It sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? And I would be saying the same thing, except that I know it's possible because I have done it. Just this past June of 2022, I started a new business opportunity, and as of today, I have already enrolled 131 members onto my team, all without prospecting a soul. And I tell you that story because just a few years ago, I spent a year and a half in a company and I never recruited a single person. And I did all of this without bugging family and friends, without spending hours every day on social media, and without sending a single cold, spammy message to anyone online. So if you want to know how I did it, I'm going to show you that in today's video. Now, my secret is actually called the never-ending warm leads machine. I developed this because I absolutely despised prospecting. And when I first started my online business, I was sending cold messages. I wasn't enrolling a single person. People were unfriending me online. My family didn't want me to come to parties because they were afraid I was going to sell them something. And I was absolutely awful at building my online marketing business. So I knew I had to figure out a different way to make this work and to get people coming towards me instead of me chasing them. So this process was born out of desperation. But what I've seen over time is that it's worked for me. It's worked for my coaching clients. And now I'm going to share it with you so that you can stop prospecting and you can do this instead. So it's a simple process and I'm going to walk you through it today. The first step in this process is you have to set up an autoresponder. What is an autoresponder? It's simply an email service tool that is going to allow you to capture your hot leads' email addresses and then be able to broadcast letters to them each and every single day en masse. This creates massive amounts of leverage for you in your business because you sit down and write one letter and it goes out to hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of people. So the tool that I use is called Aweber. I'll go ahead and put a link below if you don't have an email service provider yet. I love Aweber because it's free for up to your first 500 subscribers, and then it's a very minimal monthly fee. Your autoresponder should never cost you a thing because by the time that you have to pay for that service, you should be making a lot of money with your email list. Now, if you're thinking, I don't know how to set up a newsletter, I don't know what I'm even going to say in those emails, then afterwards you'll want to head to this video about how to start a newsletter in 2022. I'll go ahead and drop the links below as well to make it easy on you. So here's why setting up an email autoresponder is so important, because I know that there's probably some of you out there right now that are rolling your eyes thinking, Lindsay, email marketing is dead. I get so many emails every single day. I delete most of them. I don't like them. And yes, that's true. But that's why I teach people how to write emails in a way that make people actually want to open and read your letters, because most marketers out there are doing it wrong. But this is why it's so important to still create an email newsletter, because 80% of your prospects, they don't want to talk to you. But it's really that they don't want to talk to you until they do want to talk to you. So if you are constantly showing up in their Facebook Messenger inbox, or you're texting them, or you're calling them on the phone, they're going to ignore you, they're going to block you, and they're not going to want to join you in your business. But when they're ready to talk to you, they want to talk to you. And in 2020, it took 36 touches before somebody decided to buy. Now, if you've been in network marketing for any length of time, you've probably heard the phrase, it's going to take about 7 to 12 exposures. Well, in this digital age where we are so much more distracted and there's so many things competing for our attention, it's more like 36 touches. But how many times can you text your friend or can you Facebook message somebody and ask them if they want to take a look at your business opportunity before they block you? Maybe if you're lucky, 3 or 4. So you're never going to get to 36. But how many times could you email somebody over the course of the year and expose them to different pieces of content and value and opportunities? Endless. You could do it 365 days a year. Well, I mean, maybe not on like Christmas and Easter and Mother's Day, but all the other days, it's fine. Because 60% of people actually want to connect with you during the consideration stage. And if you're there showing up in their inbox day in and day out, when they make the decision that they're ready to buy, you are going to be the person who's top of mind. So after you have the autoresponders set up, step 2 is that you actually have to create a lead magnet for your ideal clients and customers. And if you don't know what a lead magnet is, then afterwards you'll head to this video on how to create an irresistible lead magnet. But basically, it's just a piece of valuable content that somebody will trade their email address in exchange to get the content. So if you're in the health and wellness space, maybe it's a PDF that is 5 smoothie recipes that burn belly fat. And your ideal client is saying, absolutely, I will give you my email so that I can get those smoothie recipes and burn that belly fat. So you just need to create something that your ideal client or customer is dying to get their hands on and they're willing to give you their email for. And once you do that, you've got to get that lead magnet out into the world. So if nobody knows about your lead magnet and nobody's on your list, then you're not going to make very many sales. So the third step in the process is that you want to create compelling content with a strong call to action. What does this mean? Well, it means that you create congruent content to what is in your lead magnet. So let's go back to the 5 steps to burn belly fat example. Perhaps you do a YouTube video or a Facebook Live or an Instagram Reel or a TikTok video, and you're talking about reasons that people end up storing belly fat that they're unaware of. And at the end of your video, you say something like, if you want my 5 smoothie recipes that are going to help you burn belly fat nonstop, 24/7, around the clock, go ahead and let me know, and I'll give you my free PDF download. So now people are going to give you their email address, they're going to reach out for more info, and you have permission from your leads to market to them on an ongoing basis. So you've created valuable content, gets people's attention, and then you give them that call to action so that you can give them the lead magnet and put them on your list. Now, it doesn't just stop here. So if you create a piece of content and then you just let it die in the algorithm after 24 hours, I mean, you're not going to get the most out of the effort that you're putting in. Let's be real. Like, there are how many millions of TikToks being created every minute, or Instagram Reels. Your YouTube videos pretty much after 24 hours aren't getting nearly as many views, and your Facebook Lives, they just disappear into the timeline. So what you need to do is take that content and then you do what I call promotion explosion. You can break up that content into little shorter videos and post them on other platforms. You can use a service like Temi.com and you can create a transcript out of your video. You can make original quotes. You can email your content and your video out to your list. You can break it up into little short form video and post it on other platforms. You could create Facebook stories and drive people back to where that pillar content and those longer form videos are housed. And then you're going to get a lot more eyeballs on the content for this, basically the same amount of work. So you create one good, strong piece of pillar content each and every single week with a solid call to action. And then all these other little pieces of content in this promotion explosion that are going to lead people back to this content. So see your call to action and they will ask for your lead magnet. But that doesn't make you any sales, does it? So here's the most critical, important step. The fortune is in the follow-up. So because you're offering your lead magnet and you're adding these people to your email autoresponder, your personal newsletter, You get to follow up with them over and over and over again. You can send them other videos that you've created. You can send them sales. You can send them offers. You can send them tips and tricks and suggestions that you have. Anything you have of value for your list, you can continuously send out to them day after day. And what this is going to do is it's going to build a long-term relationship with the people on your newsletter. And when they're ready to buy, you're the one that's in front of them. You're the one that is top of mind, and you're the one that they're going to buy from. So if you use these tips, you can set up a huge warm market. You'll have endless warm leads coming at you, and you will be able to build downlines of hundreds of people without ever having to prospect a soul. Try it today, and I'll see you in the next video.